Hello, and welcome to Code with Chris. Man, I feel inspired after that rousing tune. What's happening, guys? Today, we're back. I had to take the week off last week because work got in the way. Stupid real life. But we're back today with, gonna do some work on a, Sprite sheet manager because I just want to. I've got stuff all over the place and I want something to handle that for me. So that's what we're going to do. So what I shall do first is we're going to put this in here, I think. And yeah, not really a model. Is it really a model? I don't know. Is it a model? Maybe it's a model. I don't know. No, it's not a model. It has nothing to do with it. So we're going to put it in here. We're going to call it Sprite Sheet Manager. That's what we're going to call it. All right, now I need spec for it. I'm full spec. Dare I? Go. Go. All right, so now the other thing I'm going to have to do is in my requires, I need should probably well and truly up here. Actually, no, I better do it. I was going to wild card that, but I still don't think that'd be a good idea because alphabetical order may not be the way to load those at some point. Then I'll be all confused and upset and sad. All right, so let's get a template. I always have my spec that I'm working on as first. Do that, otherwise I'll be just... Sprite Sheet Manager. There. Okay. So what I need. I need to set this up. Well, let's figure out what we want it to do first. So it determines the sprite index based on sprite size. So I'm just going to, I will put a in Sprite Sheet Manager. All right. This assumes that all sprites are square. Let's put our assumptions here so that what we're assuming. 1, all sprites are a square. 2, all sprites on the sheet are the same size. Now, that's what we're going to start with. I know a good Sprite Sheet Manager class would be able to choose different things, but that's not what I'm trying to get after here. So we're gonna run with those assumptions, right? Okay. So what I want to be able to do here is, rather than saying, get the example. I want it to calculate this stuff for me, be able to spit that back for any particular biome, so that when I do, where's my biome sheet? Biome, right? Anything going on? All right. So if I look at biome, I've got this definition where I've got the sprite X and the sprite Y all defined and stuff. What I want to be able to do is just say, instead of this, just want to do sprite index 0, and based on the tile size I pass in, it calculates all that for me, so I don't have to figure all that crap out, right? Because that's going to make things a lot easier down the road when I'm biome calculations, and I have different sprite sizes for play map and the world map and the other things and the this and the that. So that's what I want to do. So the sprite index, so let us let the sprite sheet be described class now. I think I want to do, I'm gonna want to pass the sprite size in I created. Do I want to do it that way? No, I don't want to do it that way. I want to be able to change that if I need to apply. So we'll just let it be a new one. All right, so what I want to do is what do I want to test here? What I want to test. So let's say that the sprite sheet manager dot sprite size is 4. And I want to know if sprite sheet manager dot sprite def dot x no, wait. I say call this thing. I want to be able to do a sprite sheet manager dot sprite 0. So I have a sprite index, so I can just call it by sprite index. So if I say sprite 0, I want that X position to be 0, and I want the Y position to be 0, right? And then I want the X effect That's not right. Width to be 4. Height to be. That's how I want this to work. Good if I was writing the test correctly. All right, there. So if I make the so that's how I'm gonna want it to work. So let's get that working first, and then we're gonna do a little more advanced testing. Get rid of that. I don't need stuff there. All right, so Sprite Sheet Manager. What I want to do is in the initialize, I'm going to set up actually should be that. All right, so just set sprites in there. I want to set the sprite size. Let's want to default that to, yeah, let's default. I think that's probably a good. All right, so now what I want to do is so if I make that an attribute assessor, then every time I call it with that, it'd be better to make a sprite subclass with that array accessor defined, or is it better to just do, I think I can do this. Well, so that. Hey, 10. I am programming just a funsies game, just kind of a community project, but what we're getting after is something along the lines of RimWorld or Fortress, those type of things. Top-down colony building, survival type thing. So, and we're building this with Dragon Ruby, which is all Ruby-based stuff. How do I don't think I can do that. Yep, use Dragon Ruby. Having super much fun with Dragon Ruby so far. I am new to game development. I've been a lifelong web dev, but using Rails, so excited to dig into some game programming because I'm also a big gamer. So, yay me. Welcome to the show. What part of the world are you from? I always like to know where people are talking to. Argentina, nice. Well, welcome. Nice to have you here. I don't know exactly how I want to do this. I know I want to be able to do this. That's not a thing I can do. Why am I making this complicated? I've got an attribute. So that's already a. Well, no, because it's not just accessing information that's sitting there. It's accessing an index. Yeah, I don't want this to be. How do I want to do this? I'm not quite sure the best way to do this because I've never done a thing like that before. Let's see. Oh, you're a Rails developer as well. Cool. Fun, huh? I do mostly back-end stuff anymore. I get tired. I'm not a big front-end guy. The JavaScript and CSS was bonkers. So it's not quite what I wanted to pass me an index calculation. But I don't want to make it all I mean, because I could do something like oh, hold the phone. I think I'm trying to outthink myself here. I can just call that. Yeah. Duh. Making things. Oh, oh, you saw the Hotwire show. Yeah, that was that did bring some hope there. That was. Whoops. Button. Yeah, I know. It was nice to hear that. Between that and Flex, you know, front end might not be so gross anymore. Yeah, I'm good with that. Sprite index. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, okay. I'm working my way into this. So I don't really need this. Yeah, I don't need that. All right, so it won't be. Calm down, Rubocop. Get there. All right, so if yeah. All right, so let's just calculate. So my get that's gonna I am gonna have to have a little subclass for this. Stop it. Class or just a struct? I think I could just do a struct. I don't know, chat, what's better, a class here or a struct? To be able to access it like this. So I'll have to pass back a... Right, but I don't need a whole class. I don't need an instantiated class. Let's make it a... Or open struct. Honestly, I'm not 100% clear on the difference here. Open structs, you can arbitrarily create attributes. Yeah, so I don't really want these attributes changing, so we just want a struct. Oh God. Yeah, I think you're right there with me. Start with the simple stuff, and then never use these. I always forget the syntax. I'm trying to mix in my... Trying to mix in my .NET ears with this stuff that don't work right. So I want an X, a Y, width, height. Correct? Well, backwards. I'm trying to do params here. That's not param. Okay. Sprite index times sprite size. Same with the Y. Right. Just need a size because we're square. Do I want to lock myself into that though? Now let's not paint ourselves in a that big. Right now we're assuming they're square, but no reason to restrict that. Oh, now. Right index. Nice. So the width and the height are both right sides. So if I run this, oh, I didn't set up my short now. Why not have the spec runner in? I could have sworn I put that in here. What the hell? Snippets. Ah, balls. All right. Well, I'll have to get that. Get it in. I'm gonna make you guys suffer through watching me crap on it. All right. So let's. Sheet spec, and we failed. Why'd we fail? Yep, that's why we failed. I haven't defined. So yeah, let's just do it. Get there, chat. Don't worry, I'll get there. I can't add. Like that, right? I still don't think I can. From sparse. God's sake. Such an idiot. Oh, it should be .name. What? It should be correct. Thought so. But why is it griping about that? Create it. Straight. Oh. Our funny. It's at. I gotta. So I'm actually just gonna return. Hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. All right. Get there, chat. Don't worry. There we go. All right. So now I've got it doing that. So now if I've done this right, and I'm going to clean up this test in a minute. So this X should be 4, the Y should be 4, and we should still have 4, right? Did it, chat. Now I want to do this. Let's say, oh, but here's a thing. I need to have rows and columns here. If I have a sprite sheet that has like 4x4 sprites, right? Then I need to know, I need to index as a, yeah, I need to do it like this. That's how I need to do that. So we're going to say row, column. So the X is going to be X row times the sprites. So we want to this way. My X is going across, right? Yes, X will be my column, and Y will be my row. So yes, that will. I think. All right. So that's how we want to access the. That on ice for a second. I do. Okay. Which means if I do should have, then the X should still be 0 and the Y should be so. Holy crap, I'm getting this right. All right, so now let's clean up this test. All right, so let's do at the X in. Interesting. Okay. So I would expect X index, my index X to equal ay. At time, right? File size, right side. I want to. Gotta think this through, chat. So, if the testing of the sprite size, I want to change that in the test to make sure that it handles change in the sprite size. That one test is getting too complicated. Just start with. Okay, now we're cooking. So that should be my index. Should go sprite. That out. Yeah. Space. And I broke it. Oh. A little too aggressive with my deleting. There we go. All right, so now we've got a decent test of several cases. That. Now, what I want it to do is I want it to pass back this, be able to pass back this structure. I don't have to do. So I can just say that was a temporary structure. This is what I want. So that I can say, here's the index I'm expecting from this sheet. Sprite index. No, I'm TDDing. I'm a big fan of TDD. Watch the show for long enough. Rubberduck Dev Show, you'll hear me spout about that a lot. I'm a big fan of TDD. I will do proof of concept and quick things without TDD just to test ideas, but I much prefer the TDD. Although with Dragon Ruby, that's kind of not the community standard. There's not a lot there. Part of it is because RSpec isn't actually in Dragon Ruby, because Dragon Ruby mruby and mruby Dragon Ruby doesn't have a gem facility, so you can't bring RSpec into it. So I've got kind of a hybrid system here where I can RSpec the poros that I'm using, but there's no actual testing on the front end stuff. So I'm going to look into that, because Dragon Ruby does have some testing, kind of like mini test type stuff. Anyway, that's probably a lot more answer than you. There it is. Yeah, so I should be able to get this back out. So what I want to do, I need to have these Sprite shite. Oops. You can build the Dragon Ruby RSpec gem here. I wish we could, but there is no gem. I am talking to them about that, though, kind of way that could ever. Well, there kind of is, but you can't really bring our spec directly in itself. Got kind of a library manager, but not really a gym facilities. It's a little weird. I'm still trying to get used to it. Very different environment. So I want to do a sprite sheet name. Got to remember that bit. I want to initialize this with a sprite sheet name. I think so, because it's useless if I don't have one. Hey, Levi, what's happening? Okay, now. So I want to do a, before I start defining what I'm defining here. So first off, the chaos. It's okay, Levi. I'm just happy for you to show up anytime, man. I've decided that I talked to Amir. I've decided that June is going to be Dragon Ruby month on the talk show. All Dragon Ruby all month. Get some people there to talk about things. Maybe I'll convince you to come on there and talk about. Yeah, all Dragon Ruby. Well, see, now I've got this picture in my head of a dragon with a kangaroo pouch, and it's yellow and black striped. Dragon Ruby. See what you've done to me, Levi? No, that's not determining the sprite index. It give it the sprite index. So this is turns. Hey, sire, what's happening? All right, so I need to give this a dummy name. Actually, let me test. Okay. Now what I want to do, it's turns correct hash sprite. Okay. Yep. Like it. All right. So when I call this thing, I want to expect this. a hash that I am going to lovingly craft my own hands. Essentially, I want it to look like this. Right? Correct. Oh, Levi, it's best to do the primitive marker and not dot sprite, right? I think I'm here to do that. This is better. X index and Y index yet exist. No, they don't yet. I shall get there. But yes, you're right. So this should be equal. Ah. Okay. Let's do. Okay. Griping about. Said my code has them lettered. Yeah, well, the good news about doing this is I can just, since it's all in one place, if I ever decide that I want to change it up to the other one, I can just change it up. Life is great. Okay, so... Yeah, blah, blah. Dum, dum, dum. Width will be sprite size. Height. I mean, yes, I could do that, but that's... yes, that is... The lets are spec things. Spec... CDL. As is the expect, but that's kind of common. It is weird. Basically what it does is it defines a variable, but you can define it as a function. So, and then the first time that I reference that variable, it actually creates it. Until then, it's just a definition. But it lets you keep things. Because I could do, just so people, for each thing, at right size equals 4, and then reference it in each of my tests as this would accomplish the same thing, but that's cleaner. Oh, Levi, you don't understand this. This is also RSpec-y to equal. It's just a kind of standard form. I can also do things like that, which is kind of cool. RSpec is a neat. I love doing it. Nice and clean. Get to think. Okay, so Sprite sheet. I am gonna mess that up so bad one time. How does it parse? Well, it wouldn't in Ruby. RSpec parses it. It's part of its SL. But I hear you. It's just they can do some wild crap too, because you can do contain some string, include. No, it's shit. One for arrays, one for string. I mean, they're up there. Okay, so let us make this index my index 1. Giggles. Now I can just say Sprite height. Should be okay. Now here's where I am. This is where I'm fuzzy on the Dragon Ruby thing, and maybe you can help me out here. So I've got the tile width and the tile height. Let's say I've got a tile sheet and my tiles are all 4x4, 4 pixels by 4 pixels. So my tile width is 4 and my tile height is 4. I get that. Telling me the size of my actual. I'm pulling a sheet. What is this width and height telling me? Is this the width and height that I want to display that tile? So if I'm pulling a 4x4 tile out of the sheet, maybe I want to display it in a 16x16 box. Okay, so, but I seem to remember there being an issue where if I just so I'm pulling a 4x4 and I display it like this 16x16, it wasn't actually stretching thing, or am I just being dumb and that's how it does work and I think, because that's certainly possible. Okay. I shall take your word for it because you're way smarter than me. All right, so I'm going to just... So what that means is that has... We are going to get... Oh, I just had a flash of wonderful, brilliant inspiration. I'm so freaking smart, I can't even stand it. And this X and Y is the rendering X and Y position where I want to put that sprite. Yeah. Not quite sure what I want to do with this yet. Figure that out. All right, so right now, that's what we should send back. All right, so if I do, what I call it? Right hash. Very good. should just pass back this with the correct values. Huzzah! Something very, very cool in a second. That will be that. This will be this. Bloody hell. That, and that should be correct. Correct? Let's find out. Oh. Arguments. What? Spec 23. Oh. Okay. What did I do here? What? Not true. Wrap the hash in. Oh. Here you mean? I shouldn't. Shot. Shouldn't have. Oh, yeah, because, okay. Yes, you're right, because when you do that in RSpec, that actually has a special meaning. It does it as a function. If I could get my typing fingers to flip and work right. I still don't think that's gonna fix the problem, though. Think. But 20 given 0. Well, I mean, not as freaking smart as I thought I was. Ever. Okay, that's good. All right, so now here's what I want to do. It's going to be fun and make this even more useful to me than I thought it was going to be. Hey, Feta. Yes, you thought it too. All right, so now can scale the sprite. I want this to be. Just like this. Actually, I want to can't do. Fine. It's fine, chat. How do you not remember Ruby syntax yet? I just don't, cause Because I've actually spent 20 years letting ChatGPT write it for me. I just didn't know that existed. It did, but now there's actually a chat Twitch TV. Well, I mean, you know, that too. There's actually a lot of Ruby syntax I don't know because there's a lot of things that I don't ever use. Just don't need them in my daily job, especially stuff that there's a lot of things in the game dev world that I just never use. From I'm still learning a whole hell of a lot. Sick. We're good. All right, all good. Parse.y. See what that is. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, thank you. I'd kind of rather drop some weights on my toe. That's not as fun. No. Do you, man? You do you. All right, so here's what I wants to do. I want to say now that sheet dot scale. All right, what would be better, to scale by a multiplier? So let's say I want to do 4 times, or to scale by a percentage. So I want to do 200%. I'm thinking the 4. Can enter. Let's not use 4. Say we scale it by 3 times. Yeah, I think you're right, sire. We agree. Good. We're all on the same page. I love it. I love it when there's agreement. All right, so this should be times I know this isn't really necessary, but or readably. Yeah, I kind of thought that after I said it, but you know, explore all the ideas and then figure out which ones are stupid. It's usually are mine, but every once in a while I have a. Now, if I do this, I also have to adjust this, don't I? All right, yes, I think we're gonna have to adjust that. See where we're at so far. Well, I think so because, true. You have no clue what works how. How do you not know, Levi? Come on. Sprite scale. You weren't here for the past hour. I mean, here in spirit, though, right? Well, let's just say, now for the sake of argument, that this is just a regular old Dragon Ruby Sprite hash that I'm making. If I pull a 4 pixel by 4 pixel sprite out of a sprite sheet, and then I scale it to 12 by 12, right? Then what that means is my X and Y positions can't be the same as what they were in the sprite sheet. They have to be adjusted by that same multiplier, correct? Because then I have to start things at different. I don't know. So we are going to fault. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we're going to default the scale multiplier to 1. We're going to say actually we want that to never. Because that would be bad. Well, yeah, true. I was just getting ready to think, sire. So let's say if it's less than or equal to 0. You don't want it to be 0, right? I think less than or equal to 0, because if you set it to 0, you're going to get nothing. That a 0 multiplier wouldn't make any sense. A 0.1 multiplier would. Also, need to do that. Turn everything into an integer. All right, so my width needs to be width. I mean, well, point. Go with less than 0. Yep. Also, I want to make sure that you can't have a sprite size that's a float, right? Because there is no half pixel. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Sprite size has to. You can or you can't. If I have a sprite size of 1.5 pixels, I'm gonna have to call BS on somebody's code because they need to get smacked. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, yes, I could make this a float, but that would make absolutely 0 sense. Actually, why am I okay, so my width should be that times scale multiplier. Wait a tick. I think it would be better just do. I call my hash because this is the only place I'm going to want to set them there. Right? That's cleaner. All right. I like it. I like it. Out the scale, but huh? R out the scale. I did what you. Ah. Catch. That. We don't do that. Line number. Okay. Ah! Arms up in chat. There you go. Okay. So, what do I want to do about this? Where I'm drawing it, but the sprite sheet manager wouldn't have a clue. I think I just pass back the structure and default it to this, and then you can just change it. Let's see. All right, so make sure it defaults the multiplier to 1. I do all this happy horse crap. Clean up this a little bit. Two. That means I can get. I don't need to define that. So okay. Right, so if it defaults to 1, then what I should get is back the width and the height. So I don't mess that. So I should get that back. Damn it. Nice. Right, okay. And So if my multiplier is, let's say, -5 by goo, then I should get still, right? Look at that. We win, chat. Done it. We done a thing. All right. I'm happy with that. All right, so let's put this away. Actually type correct. All right. Good. Oh, dummy. Okay. Now, use that sucker. Now that we've got this, what I want to is mouth. Let us say, okay, we determine biome, which does some definitions. All right, so this is giving me Sprite X and Sprite Y. Yeah, so I would just make these Sprite, you know what I'm trying to say, chat. I would make these the column and row indexes. So I'll have to rework this a bit because it's not going to be by pixel now. It's just going to be by row and column in. Right? So that'll change, but that's okay. I still like. All right, so what I got to do. For determine biome, find the def, and what we actually want, sprite column X is the column, Y. Right? Right. Good. I'm glad you agree, chat. All right, so now what I want is
dance off, bro. Me and you.
Hey, Marcos Child. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. So we want to do, this is a new sprite sheet name there. Great. And then what we want to do, pass back, what am I coding? We are using Dragon Ruby to have a funsies project. What we're ultimately getting after is a game like RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, those type of things. But this is mostly just a community project to, play with Dragon Ruby, learn new things about Ruby, that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm trying to make a manager for the sprite sheets so that it can calculate all the stuff for me without me having to do this nastiness all over the place. I'm trying to encapsulate that garbage. So what I want to pass back is I know. It will be amazing. It's going to take me probably 8 years to do it because I only work on it 2 hours a week. But but it's really more about exploring the all the ins and outs of Dragon Ruby and game programming and looking at the systems and stuff more than actually getting a game out there. Maybe one day I'll get a game out there. More about letting the community have a place to play. So I want to pass back the Sprite hash, and I need Sprite column, Sprite. I'm not scaling it. Got into coding, so watching others code to learn is something I've been trying. Awesome, man! I'm glad to see more people getting into coding. That's really, I'm glad you come and hang out and watch stuff. I love to help people learn how to code. Of course, first somebody needs to help me learn how to code. Okay, yeah, so I don't think I want to scale this. Yeah, I don't want to scale this. So that should be correct. That should give me back. Recommended to start with Python? I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't be scared about recommending a start with Ruby either, but beautiful, intuitive language. But nothing wrong with Python. Also kind of depends on what you want to do with programming language. Different languages are suited better for different. Not a fan, huh, Levi? Gotta admit, though, I mean, a lot of games use Python as their scripting language for modding and stuff. A lot of that going on in the gaming community. Make an MMO? Ooh, I can't even imagine trying to dig into something that big. But then I can't imagine getting the sprite sheet to work right. So that's just me. Let's see. So I had. Okay, so I need to give it a size. Gotta have a sprite size. And why wouldn't I just do this up here? Tell me, chat, why wouldn't I? The answer is I wouldn't not it up there. Okay. What part of the world are you in, Marcus Child? Switzerland. Oh, are you actually Marco's child? Because I know a Marco from Switzerland. Ah. That was just going to be a really weird coincidence. I was like, he doesn't seem like he's old enough to have a child that would be old enough to do programming yet, but what do I know? I can make. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Python either, but I haven't spent much time with it, and I'm perfectly happy with Ruby. So why would I? My brain doesn't have the elasticity it had 30 years ago. So there's, me learning a new language at this point is kind of useless. So I don't even need to pass this stuff back anymore because this is gonna. What I do need to do is find this. Best time to start, my man. Start when you're young and get your way up there. I learned a lot of languages. Python just wasn't ever. This is going to be fun. Definite favorite map being a generator. So trying to print something modified via map usually ends up getting to make it back into a. Oh, gross. That's fun. I am been playing any games? Oh God, I'm a heavy duty gamer. I play games all the time. I love all kinds. Not much into MMOs anymore. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft and quite a few other. I just don't do that anymore. I found the communities, the online community, just getting very toxic and nasty and so I play a lot of games with my family and a wife and 3 daughters that play a lot of video games. So kind of do our, LAN stuff, which is nice. Some experienced Pythoneer would probably tell Levi to use a least comprehension, but the text time I have to think about it, and I don't even know what that is. Any games you recommend to try out that you mean that aren't MMOs? My gosh. Well, I mean, it kind of depends on what you like. I have a wide swath of likes for games. So like I love Total War games. I like the Paradox games, the Crusader Kings 3 and that kind of stuff. I love RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress, those kind of games. Prison Architect. Oh, list comprehension. Yeah, I mean, but look, that's yuck. That's just yuck. But that's also because that's not how I'm used to looking at things, so. Just one. It's okay. Sprite with Sprite. Wrong buton. Hey, look, I did a thing. All right. Also have dictionary, set comprehension, and generator. Levi, you're making my head hurt. All right, so this should be 8, 2, 6. Choice parentheses, curlies, or brackets. So I think that's all correct. Sire. I expecting that punchline, but jeez. Oh boy. All right, so dictionary, set comprehension, and generator expressions. I mean, sounds too much like .NET that makes me want to die a little inside, you know? Fire. God. Oh, the dad jokes. Here comes the dad jokes. Not even a. I am, and mine aren't that bad. I know. Jesus, sire. All right. Well, I mean, in theory, that should work. TM, right, Levi? See. Let's see what it do. Let's do a new game and blow up my frame rate. Oh, that didn't work. Not work. That's just. All right. See what happened here. What I need. All right. First of all, can make sure I got sprite size should actually the size here. Actually, it should eventually probably be up. About that later. All right. Well, let's see. Break. Not the 2JSON. So, well, let me do this first of all. Just see. If I pass that back. Nope, that isn't going to work. No. Fortunately, I wasn't an idiot. Didn't delete it. Out. So let's make sure we're still square with the original stuff. Okay, now it's blue. Play map. I do. What did I do? Oh. Okay, can we play now? Third time's a charm? Okay. So we're good with the original stuff, right? Right. Good. I'm back. Now. Yay, I know, I'm back to where I was when we started. That's, you know, a waste of an hour and a half, no big deal. All right, so what I need then is to know what's happening when I do this. So I can just have so my biome to wondering if it's I got bass backwards. Surprise me. Get out of my way. Okay, so I want to pass this back. I want to and then I want to make this smaller. Setting that. What the hell am I? Sorry, I got pinged something. I train of thought. Scenes. Scene. World map scene. So somewhere in here I make the size of thing. That's the render target size. Wrap on a stick. Okay. Okay, so world width and world height. 120 by. Let's knock this down a little bit for our testing. Plus it. Let's knock it down to 12 by 7. I don't want a bazillion things. I just want to see what's coming out. All right, new game. Here we go. What did I blow up? I mean, okay. Got the stuff, but I don't. It's index or invocation. Huh? Okay. Let's check that out in a second. I want to. At that, tile width, tile height is. No, that's not correct. Why is it 10? Ten is not correct. The hell did it get that from? Uh, how the hell did I get 10 in there? What? Well, that's horse crap. What? What? Uh, Sprite side. No. Because I put this on. Why is it tile size? It's not true. My tile size is. I want my tile. Okay, okay, yeah, that should fix that problem. Okay, now I'm getting things that look correct. Right. Good. Now, what's our beef? Oh, yeah, because I changed the size. Okay, I get it. I mean, shouldn't be. All right, so I don't see any more. The error that exists. I know. Understand what. I don't sign that much. I want to. It's back. And see what we got now. Balls. Fixer function with 92. Hey, why? What's that about? I understand that. That I give does then sure, Levi. Comes up this time, I'll show it to you. Not crap. All right. So I know that the error is caused by this. What I don't understand yet is why that causes it. Should be my tile size. I think it has to do with the fact that array sizes are getting off. But I don't want my tile size to be. That's stupid. All right, well, for now, before I kill my size. Let's just make this 4. See where we're at. That's the hell? Oh. I mean, this all seemed to be coming out correct. Sprite sized. Sprite hash, like it was coming back right. Passing back the right stuff. So I'm not doing this correctly. I think that's probably all right. So try this. I don't like this. I need to do about this. Sure, this is what. Wow. The crap out of something. What the hell is that? Oh. There, well, I mean, weird, but it's an improvement, I guess. I think the problem is we're not scaling the yeah, so we're positioning them as if they are scaled to 10, but they're still 4x4 pixels sitting in a 10x10 box. That's the problem. So, okay. Good test of what happens if I scale this by 2. Because if my theory is correct, it should look, it won't quite be there, but yeah. Son of a bitch, the scaling works. Ha ha! So now I've got to scale it by, what, 2.5? Oh, chat. Out. Decimals now. Holy hell, that works. Are you freaking kidding me? That's freaking amazing. I know, right, sire? Hands up in chat. Wow. So that makes things a whole lot easier when I need to try to keep track of what's going on where. Oh Lord, that's been driving me nuts. I just could not wrap my head around what was Sprite stuff, but now I think I've got it. Right, so need this anymore. Oh, and this is so much better for my brain. Think about rows and columns instead of pixels. No. All right, so now in theory I should be able to do the same thing with the play map. So scene map. Oh, world. Oh yeah. Wow. God. Tired. Let's get this all squared away. So I needs me one of these. I don't my sprites. Or in this case, here my tile size is what? Sugar. Tile size. Oh. That. What happens if I scale this by 2? Because if my theory is correct, it should look, it won't quite be there, but yeah. Son of a bitch, the scaling works. Ha! Nice, sire. Thanks for doing that, man. I appreciate that. All right, well, we'll just go with the sprite sizes. Fine. And we don't. So, sprite row going to 6. Sprite column is 0 because I got one column. Sprite sheet. All right, so should be able to replicate. Yeah, I don't like set this X and Y. Play with that. So this should work. They're going to say that it's going to work. I click here, start here. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this game programming thing. All right. So that simplified a bunch of code and made my brain happier. Oh, nice, chat. Did it. All right, let me pack this away. It's today, the 20th. Yep. Yay! So it's all put away. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish today. It's always a happy thing. Doesn't happen often, but it did today. So, thanks for hanging out. We've got the Rubber Duck Dev Show this week is going to be looking at, on Thursday, we're going to be looking at ways to monetize your content. So, got Sebastian Vilgosh coming to talk to us about that. Next, starting the week after that, which is June, it's going to be Dragon Ruby month, all month long on the Rubber Duck Dev Show. We're going to have different people talking about different things that have to do with Dragon Ruby. I've already got a few people signed up, but we'll be doing that. And I'm talking to Amir about what else we can do to make Dragon Ruby just a special thing during the month of June. So look out for that. And I'm hoping that I will still be back next Tuesday with some more of this. So thanks for all the help, chat. Might be MIA June 5 through 9. Well, just have to catch up on YouTube, I guess. But yeah, thanks, chat, for the help. Thanks for hanging out. I had a good time. Hope you had a good time. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave some comments. Get into the repo and mess around. The link should be in the description if you're seeing this on YouTube. And, you know, come hang out. Follow me on Twitter at DuckyDevShow, and I'll see you every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock. See you next time, and until then, happy programming.